4 months on, no one seems to know exactly why the riots that began here in Tottenham spread across England. There's been no attempt to speak to large numbers of people who took part in the disorder. Our team of researchers have interviewed 270 people who rioted in London, Birmingham, Liverpool and Manchester. Their testimony has undergone rigorous academic analysis, giving an insight into why people took to the streets. You're about to hear their stories in their words.
I was at a gig. I was just standing outside having a cigarette and I was wondering why the crowd was gathering. And then that's when I found out it was Matt Duggan's family and they were ready to protest about him being shot.
Mark Duggan had been shot dead by police 2 days earlier. Conflicting accounts over his death led to rumours he had been assassinated. At 5 p.m, friends and relatives gathered at the local police station.
That was the first time I'd actually heard that Matt Duggan was shot innocently. And it was just like, for me, that was like, what? Another injustice again in London, another killing by the police. It was peaceful, just everybody was demonstrating.
Supporters of the Duggan family waited outside the police station for a senior officer who never arrived. After 3 hours, patience ran out.
2 police cars had been trashed. A gang of youths had pushed the car onto the road and threw back black bin liners in it and then set it alight. People were just standing around cheering and having a jubilee sort of a time, just watching the police car go up in flames. I was just standing there talking about people and then shoved the other car into the road and threw back bin liners, and then I leaned in and set alight to the black bin liner. And then the black guy came run across the road, shook my hand, then I just stood back and watched the car go up. I felt great and excited. It's like, yeah, fuck them scum bastards. And I was just like, yeah, fuck them. It's an opportunity. I've never set fire to a police car before, so I was just caught up in it, just fucking get in there, join in, here we go. It was a police car, I know what they stand for. I've been battered with them, I know the injustices that they all cause.
Alex, the man who torched the police car, was not a hooded youth. He was a white man in his 30s from South London. Within minutes, the image of the blazing car began circulating on mobile phones and the internet.
It wasn't just black people at the end of the day. There was people from all backgrounds there, young, old, even little kids were there. I was actually talking to people that I would never actually talk to in my life. People being nice and friendly, chatting to me, handing me cans, handing me a spliff, and going, yeah, fuck the police. No one was talking about rioting, no one was talking about looting, nothing was that, we were just all sitting there. And then watching the police cars actually burn. It was like sort of like a bonfire night in Tottenham High Street.
But the party atmosphere didn't last for long. People from surrounding boroughs poured into Tottenham. Fires raged. Police came under heavy attack. Shops were ransacked. The police had lost control.
Police are calling for calm in Tottenham in North London.
When I was getting pictures on the news, they were just like destroying cars. They were within 10, 20 feet from officers, vandalising their vehicles, throwing bricks and everything. And the police, they weren't doing nothing. There was no authority shown. It looked like, you know, we could have sort of run of the streets. It started going in a chain reaction where literally it started at one end and, you know, the next valuable shop to go target, that was already getting broken into.
So everyone was helping each other, everyone was holding up the shutters, carrying the short people on the side. I saw little kids there, I was thinking, what?
Yeah, I thought I want some money. I want some money.
I just went into a shop and I was like, it's already broken. This is a jacket I don't have and let me pick it up and take it.
People we interviewed openly admitted they were opportunists. This was their chance, in their words, to get free stuff.
It felt like Christmas had come early, just being able to not, like, take all the nice things that you want. When you get a chance to put your hands on things like that, you feel good.
As the lawlessness spread across London, the impression emerged of a city gripped by looting. The government blamed social media for the contagion. But the rioters we spoke to were not using Facebook and Twitter. It was BlackBerry phones that were the main tool for organising the riots. The private messages, known as broadcasts and pings, that were being shared along chains of friends were reaching tens of thousands of phones. And not only in the UK.
Me and a couple of my friends were on holiday. People were sending broadcasts, and a couple of my friends pinged me, telling me what was happening.
The viral messages reaching Daniel included images of the burning police cars in Tottenham and rallying calls for people to take revenge for the death of Mark Duggan. They also gave a list of where to meet and when.
As soon as I saw that, I was happy. Like, for some reason, I just wanted to be there. Like, I actually wanted to burn the cars and just see it burn as well. Like, because the police, like, from what I've been through my whole life, like, police have caused hell for me, innit? Like, we all cut our holiday and came straight back to England. I always thought to myself when I was on holiday, well, this chance may never come again. I saw it as my opportunity, like now was the opportunity to get revenge. It wasn't even just the police, just the whole government, like everything they do, they make things harder for us. Like, they make it hard for us to get jobs. Even when like we do get benefits, they cut it down. Like, some people are trying to change their lives and go university, and you're raising up the prices, and then people can't afford university, so they go back to selling drugs and stuff, and then you want to arrest them and then say, raw, you don't understand why all of these young people are acting like this, when really and truly they're the reason why we are the way we are, innit? And if we get back to England and we actually damage, like, do a lot of damage to the point where forget all the benefits they cut off, they would have to pay like 20 times worse than that. So it was just our way of getting revenge. We thought, okay, you want to financially hurt us? We'll financially hurt you by burning down buildings. Like, I saw McDonald's get set on fire, and then it was completely set alight, and I've petrol bombed it, even though it was set alight, and I felt good.
Many of the people we spoke to travelled to more than one location. They were searching for the disorder, sometimes crossing the city.
When we first got there, we saw police. They had their shields up, running. So we thought, okay, like, they're on the defensive. So we just all started picking up bricks and bottles and threw it at them. It felt good, it felt like Call of Duty. It made me feel cold as well, because I knew when I was doing it, like, that was somebody's mum or dad, but I didn't care about that. I just saw it as a chance to get revenge, and I took it with both hands. It was a war, and for the first time, we was in control. Like, we had the police scared, innit? Like, there was no more us being scared of the police. We actually had the choice of letting officers off the hook or seriously injuring them. Like, I threw a brick at a policewoman, I saw her drop. I could have just easily bricked her again. I didn't, because it was a woman.
Scores of rioters said they had no interest in looting.
I wasn't there for the robbing. Like, I was there for revenge, innit? I'll always remember the day that we had the police and the government scared. But once they were living on the edge, they like felt how we felt. They felt threatened by us. That was the best 3 days of my life.